All right, here are the homework answers for the 218 review preview. So problem 276 is translate the equation mat into an equation. Remember that the double line represents an equal. So you were just supposed to translate, not simplify, just copy down what is there. So for the positive part of our mat, we have a negative 2x plus 2. And then on the bottom, we have a minus 4 minus negative x. So we could write that in parentheses. So minus in parentheses, negative x plus 4. A couple people wrote it differently, but you want to make sure that you're consistent. So then for the other side of the mat, on the top, we have a positive 2 minus 3. And then on the bottom, don't forget about the minus in parentheses x minus 2. So that's the most specific way. And then you were done. You weren't supposed to simplify or do anything else after that step. Okay. Problem 277, decide if each statement below is true or false. Explain how you know, and name any properties you use. Refer to the math notes box. So if it's false, we want to know, decide if it's false or true and why. So part A is false. They flipped them around, which is the commutative property, but they changed the signs. So you can't change the signs of the numbers. Problem B is true. It's the identity property of multiplication. Okay. Problem C is the inverse property of multiplication, so it's true as well. And problem D is also true. It is using the identity property. Problem 3, simplify each expression below as much as possible. So I like to color code. So right here I see my y's. Then over here I have a positive 5x and a negative 7x. And then finally I just have this 3 right here. So when I simplify my y's, I get 3y minus y, which is 2y, plus 5x minus 7x is negative 2x plus 3. And I could leave it like that, or I could have written it 2y minus 2x plus 3. Either way is fine. For B, I have a 1, a negative 1, positive 7. I have the opposite of negative 5x and a negative 2x. And then I have 2x squared. So I'm just going to write 2x squared first. Plus, well, this negative 5x becomes positive 5x. Minus 2x is 3x. And negative 1 plus 7 is 6. So my answer was 2x squared plus 3x plus 6. C, I have a 6x, a negative 4x, and a negative 2x. And then the rest are actually numbers. I have 2 minus 1, minus 3, plus 2. So for these ones, 6 minus 4 is 2, minus 2 is 0. So I have a 0x, plus 2 minus 1 is 1, minus 3 is negative 2, plus 2 is 0. So I end up with the answer of just 0. For D, I have a 2/3 x plus a 1/3 x. And then I have a negative 3y plus 2y. Well, this is a whole, so I just get x plus negative 3y plus 2 is negative 1y. So the answer is just x minus y. Problem number 5, it says plot the points 0, 0, 3, 2, and 6, 4. Draw a line through the points, and then name 3 or more points on the same line. So 0, 0 is right here. 3, 2, 6, 4. If I draw a line, So I know it goes right through the point 4, 3. So that could be one of my points. It goes through 9, 6. It goes through -2, -1. And there's a lot more I could have listed, but you needed to list at least 3. And lastly, evaluate the expressions when the given values. So I get 6 times 7 plus 2 times 3 squared. Follow order of operations. I do exponents first. So I can get 42 plus 2 times 9, or 42 plus 18, which is 60. For B, I'm going to get 5 times -18 divided by 3 minus 2. I actually did the 3 divided by -18 first and got -6. So I got 5 times -6 minus 2, -30 minus 2, -32. For C, I'm going to get 6 times 10 in parentheses squared minus 10 divided by 5. So because the 6 times 10 is inside the parenthesis, I do it first. So I get 60 squared minus 2. 60 squared is 3,600. So 3,598. And then D, I get 1 minus 3 times 1 plus 2. So -2 times 3. So I get -6. All right, make sure that you have fixed all your questions and return it in.